Hey, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Backing XRP by gold, because we probably have to get all the nations to do it. Interesting about that idea, though, is since XRP is kind of like its own deal. If you think about it, think of the how XRP is all inside the ledger, right? All the money that comes in is from the central banks, and fiat currencies are created. The money's created by loan. So, a guy goes in the bank, wants to borrow $1 million to build a house, fills out the loan papers, it gets approved. The bank gets the money from the Federal Reserve at 4%, and then he charges the customer 7%, clips him for 3%, and now the bank has a loan which they consider an asset. And then, and weird enough, they consider when you put a deposit in the bank, they consider that not an asset, the opposite, a deficit, because now they got to pay you, Anyway, that's how money's created. So outside of the XRP ledger, the central banks of the world will be creating money through loans. But once it comes into the XRP ledger, it's not a loan. It's then really money, kind of like gold, really, in a lot of ways. Once in the system, what's cool to think about is the more money that's in XRP, the less money ever leaves XRP. For instance, for cross-border transactions, if a bank's sending $1 billion, they take $1 billion, they buy however many XRP it takes to qualify as $1 billion. And then they zip it in 3 seconds to the other country. Then the other country, maybe not 3 seconds later, but they grab the money, it's converted, they cash it out, and it's and cash it out and get their currency. So what happens is that $1 billion was in XRP's ledger for just a few seconds. However, if the other side is also doing all of their CBDC currency with XRP, then it doesn't leave XRP. It just gets converted into the private ledger side of XRP. So let me explain that for a second. The private ledger is only that the transactions are private, was made exclusively for countries who want XRP to handle their CBDC. So that's exactly all it means, is that it's private. So the country of the CBDC has a ledger that has all of their money on it. Okay. All the money that they put in the economy, which means that money, if you just picture it here for this country in the private ledger, the guy's getting a paycheck, and then it's, he goes and deposits in the bank. It's all inside the ledger. Then he starts, going around and buying stuff, doing whatever, buying a whole bunch of hopium, smoking him a big fat blunt of hopium. And then he gets the munchies, and he goes over to the store here and he gets some Cheetos, and then he wants Little Debbie's, and then he goes over here and gets some Little Debbie's, and then he wants some grape soda, and he goes over here, So all that money's staying inside XRP, the XRP ledger, the private ledger for that country. So if this private ledger over here inside of all of the XRP ledger, if you're sending money from one private ledger to it's all staying in XRP, which is really cool, because the more they sign up, that means the more they sign up people into Ripple and XRP, the more the money stays in the system, the less ever leaves. And economies only borrow more money and grow. You see how we do, right? US. What we do is, we maxed out that credit card. So Congress goes, hey, I know what we'll do. That's up the limit. We'll issue a new one. So this one's maxed out. And they're like, well, we'll issue a new one. Here's your new credit card. And they're like, that's how we'll pay that one off. And this is all they do, is as debt gets bigger, which means generally speaking, as an economy grows, that's what happens, because people are getting loans, doing things that's building the economy, da 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 da. So as all of these different banks and institutions, the more that stay in there, the more that's going to stay in there. That's pretty wicked, isn't it? So in that respect, having a positive, really intrinsic value, because it can go to any currency of the world and be cashed out. So it has an intrinsic value all over the world and a limited number. That's a lot like gold. And then you have the, I get reminded often whenever I mention this, that there's also a burn rate, and I don't know if you saw one of my other videos, but a lot of people didn't. I didn't know this. Somebody in the comments told me, did you know what a drop is? And I'm like, what, like drop acid? Sorry for all the drug references, but I own a bail bonds company. I own 3, and we're in a bunch of counties. And so I'm always dealing with a certain element. So people, I guess, think I'm a stoner or something, but I'm not. I love Jesus, actually. But anyway, I said, no, I didn't know what a drop was. And so he explained it to me. He said, there are 1 million drops in an XRP coin. So a drop, and it's interesting how it works, because XRP charges whatever the fractional charge is, it's drops for the transactions. So what is the value of a drop? Well, it depends on what the value of an XRP is. If it's $10,000 in XRP, then a drop will equal 1 penny. If it's 5,000, then a drop will equal a half a penny. So interesting enough, as the coin grows and becomes worth more and more and more, Ripple's going to make more and more and more, because they're charging a drop. You see what I'm saying? All right. Pretty interesting.
The decent wallet. Had several wallets. This is by far the best. It comes highly recommended. In fact, I love it so much. I want to get a link for you to be able to get it. Yes, it would support the channel. And what do they call that? You're a shill. I don't care about all that. I think it's fun. I checked the wallet out for you. I do recommend it. You'll find a link in the description. And if you're going to get one, pick one up. Use my link. That's about it for today. Thank you.